What's going on, y'all? It's Kyle here. Making a little video for the empaths. A little tip, maybe some guidance or a reminder for you. So here we go. Dear empath, demand respect from others in your life. Once again, demand respect from others in your life. Now, I don't mean this in an aggressive, authoritarian way. But you need to demand respect from others in your life that you give a lot of time and energy to. It's very important for you and the benefit of yourself and also the benefit of other people. Because as I've said in past videos, if you're enabling these people, if you're enabling their just outright disrespectful, poisonous behaviors, it's likely that they're doing the same thing to other people in their lives. And in a deeper sense for that person, they don't get to learn or experience healthy relationships. And that's a gift, and that's beauty. And we all should be striving towards having healthy relationships, even though we don't get exactly what we want in healthy relationships. That's okay. It's better than bullying people and pushing others around to get what they want. They might not know it. They might not think that's the case, but it just is. But at the end of the day, let's focus on you. It's not good for you. It's not ideal for you. And being an empath, it's likely that you have a tendency of being too nice at times, too understanding, too lenient, letting people perpetuate the same pattern over and over and over again. In a lot of cases, probably not saying anything about it, probably just letting it go. You might have a tendency to be conflict avoidant, afraid to call people out on their behaviors, afraid to stir the pot even when it's necessary and needed and the right thing to do. So, this is why you should demand respect from others in your life. But how do you go about this? Now, I'm not saying that you need to be overtly aggressive, authoritarian, flip the script, so now you're the one who's being disrespectful. So first, you gotta bring this up to the person. You have to call them out, ideally in the moment. And if the moment isn't ideal to be calling the person out, later on. Be very specific. Perhaps say that they have done this a number of times, you noticed it being a pattern. And say, this isn't cool. I'm not going to tolerate this. And if they continue to do this, there's going to be a consequence. You're going to do X. You don't necessarily need to go straight to a consequence. Depends on the person, depends how receptive they are. You could say, this isn't cool, I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. They keep doing it, bring in a consequence, and you need to follow through. Although it may suck, although you don't necessarily want to be doing that, although it may feel uncomfortable, you need to have a consequence for that person, because fortunately, humans a lot of the times learn better through negative consequences. This is going to change in time, but especially disrespectful people can have a tendency to be quite selfish, and the only ways that they learn is through their own suffering. So sometimes you need to incorporate a consequence that is not enjoyable for that person. And that could be wherever you want it to be. Might, have it be small, a small consequence. They keep saying this thing over and over and over again during a conversation. Be like, I told you I was going to end the conversation if you said this or brought it up, so we're done with this conversation. And end the conversation or end the interaction, whatever it may be. If they still continue to perpetuate, raise the severity of the consequence. Take more time away from that person. That's the second thing you can do. Add a consequence and pull back the time and energy you give into that person. Because, frankly, it's beneficial for you if you keep being disrespected by this person. And I think in a lot, particularly in this situation, this is somebody that you have control over whether or not they are in your life. Sometimes you're stuck with coworkers. Sometimes you're stuck with clients if it's in your work. That might be a little harder. You might still be able to add some consequences, take away time and energy, but maybe not fully. But for people that you have complete control of whether or not they are in your life, this is how you demand respect from them. So they start respecting you more. And they understand if they are being disrespectful, there's going to be negative consequences for them. You're going to pull away the time and energy and the love and the attention that you give them. Because you need to protect yourself, frankly. And you need to stop enabling them. And perhaps it gets to the point where you've given them chance and chance and chance, and you've ramped up the consequences, and they still don't care. They still don't change. And frankly, you don't want that in your life. It's okay to cut that person out. And that's fully in your right, and you should not be feeling bad about it or sorry about it. It'll pass through you. It's okay to feel that way. But once again, you need to do what's best for you. And whether the person acknowledges it or not, it's what's deeply best for them. Hopefully they can learn a lesson through this. But that's the why. You need to demand respect from others because you have this tendency to be too nice, to enable. You have a tendency to be nice, and people who are selfish and disrespectful can tend to prey on empaths, can tend to prey on very kind, nurturing people. And the how? You call them out. You let them know exactly what you're doing. You have proof, and you're very frank with them, firm with them, and ideally more neutral in how you deliver the information, not too emotional. Incorporate more consequences. Take away the time and energy that you give that person, and if it comes to it, cut them out. But once again, this is fully up to you. What you want with your life, you are entitled to who is in your life, to who you give your time and energy to. Obviously, some circumstances it's going to be more difficult than others. But it's your life. It's your choice, empath. I'll leave it there. Hope you're having a lovely day wherever you're at in the world. Hope this video was helpful. If you want to have me talk about something else, have my perspective, leave a comment. You enjoy the video and you feel so inclined, like the video. If you want to see more of my videos, feel free to subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you so please. And until next time.